Good morning and Juicing June. I mean, I'm looking out there today and it does not look like June, but we know that it is. So, two things I want to talk to you about today, which is really, I need to go over again the difference between a juice and a smoothie. A juice is when you extract all the liquid from the fruit and the vegetables, and a smoothie is when you put everything in a NutriBullet or a blender and you batter it all up. Now, this is fresh juice. So this morning I used carrots, orange, lemon, and broccoli because that's what I had in the fridge. And that's what I very often do, especially as you're getting nearer the end of the week when you're starting to run out. Now, what you want to do, if you drink this, then there's a good chance within the next hour or so you're going to be hungry. So what you can do is you can add nuts, you can powder up spirulina, so get some almonds there. I've also got some crushed almonds, which is really quite handy because they are so easy to, you can just stir them in. Here we have macadamias, which are the highest saturated fat. They're not the tastiest in the entire world unless you put sugar in along with it, but they're very, very powerful in terms of fat. And we know we've got so much information on fat now. Also, walnuts, which obviously are like the little brains. So we know that full of omega-3, putting them into your juice and then blending it up. You can put yogurt. Again, just be careful with yogurts because they can have a lot of sugar in them. Also, you can put a little MCT oil. There is a thing about mixing your fats and your sugars, which can cause fermentation. But again, we're looking at somebody that's got a really reasonably healthy digestive system here. If you are not in that category, then take advice from somebody or Google. It's amazing what you can find out for free now. So let's go to, so this is then going to, I can turn this. I'm probably not going to add a lot of stuff to this because I'm going to have some eggs later on. But so I would just drink this like this. How do you decide what you're going to do, what you're going to put in your juice? So start off by going, well, why would I join in Juicing June? What is your reason? Because there's so many different ways to do this. Do you want more energy? Do you want to prevent, to clean out all your beautiful internal organs and make sure that your routes of elimination, your kidney, your gallbladder, your liver are all nice and clean? Remember I keep saying about take the hair out the drain so that everything can run free and the body, the urine, the bowels are working perfectly. So maybe it's weight loss, maybe you've got health issues, maybe you are suffering from chronic fatigue or fibromyalgia. Phenomenal for that. It could be for prevention, maybe for your skin. There's loads of different reasons that you can choose to juice, and that would then dictate as to why. We know with cancer, you're looking, when I did Gerson, you're looking to drink 2.5 litres a day. And that's a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of juice. But again, what we're trying to do always is get the poison out the body that has gone in unwittingly because of the mess we've made of the planet. It's so annoying because instead of having a lot of supplements, why don't we just get nice, healthy topsoil? Why don't we stop filling everything with chemicals? And then we wouldn't have to go through all these processes. Why do we stop putting things into the environment that were never designed to be there? All the heavy metals that we're seeing now, aluminium and mercury and coppers, all these things are getting out of balance because a lot of the stuff that we're putting into our bodies and putting on our skin have got these heavy metals in them. And the body, they were never designed to be inside the body, and the body can't cope. And when the heavy metals land in the gut, and part of that phenomenal digestive system, which we know is like the barrier reef ecosystem. Then when the fungus comes to break down the heavy metals, it can't. So more fungus comes, we get a bit tired, we make poorer choices, and before you know it, that we've created an internal environment that is just allows disease. So it's a bit like the pond in your garden, you know, in the summer when it starts, when there's not been any fresh rain or any fresh water, a lot of sunshine and nothing, no liquid, and it starts to smell a little bit and things can live there that were never designed to live there. And that's what happens inside of us. So we start to smell differently. And we know that sniffer dogs can smell cancers now and all sorts of different dysbiosis situations in our digestive system. The other thing is that it can also, there's different parts of the digestive system that can be affected. There's sort of the upper, this is the way I look at it, the upper, which is maybe down here as you're coming down towards the liver, then the liver and the kidneys and the gallbladder, and then obviously you're going down through the bladder and the colon. So these different areas, depending on where things get stuck or trapped or out of balance, will depend a lot on the symptoms that you get. And that's why some people don't get a warning. Most of us get that, hello, there's an issue here. The body starts tapping, you know, I'm a bit tired, my skin's breaking out. And what do? Oh, try and push the symptom back in instead of going, right, well, what is this body, this energy system telling me? What information am I getting that's so valuable that I can now look at my physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual health? Where am I out of balance? And also, you know, the state of the food chain. Our government is actually subsidising the poisonous foods, and look what they're doing to our farmers. I mean, what kind of government would actually do that? Who's in charge of this? If your people do not have access to great food, especially in Scotland where we have land, we have all the best food swimming in, well, we did have before we fished everything and raped the land and raped the soil, and what a mess we have made of things. And now a lot of us are waking it up and going, right, this needs to change 100%. And the government are not going to change it. Big Pharma, all the money is coming from these evil psychopathic entities. So we actually have to get back into our communities, support the community gardens, support your local farmers, make some noise. As John Mott says, bring the noise about what it is that the people need. There's a lot of people can't fight for themselves right now. So if you're well enough, then you should be on your feet saying, right, what am I going to do? We're not sitting going, vote for them and everything will change. We know that's not going to happen now. We, the people, need to stand up and take action. It has to be a groundswell. And to stay well, preventative, I always say, if your health falls off the cliff and you get an incurable or terminal diagnosis, people defy the odds and never, ever believe from now on. A lot of the stuff you get told is based on a completely outdated model of the body and an outdated model of physics. But you're trying to pull somebody back over the cliff. Think of the energy it takes. Whereas if you could just see that they're walking to the end of that cliff, you could say, come on, look, make a few choices, turn around and look in a different direction. And you can start to prevent dis-ease. It's got to be about prevention. And what we do, and I include myself in this, is we wait until we're so tired we can't go to work. We're in so much pain, we can't handle it. We're so anxious and distressed because we manage the symptoms, and that's because what we've been taught to do. Oh, here's a wee cream, put that. Here's a wee pill, stop that. And instead of going, what is this magnificent, intelligent ecosystem indicating to us that is out of balance? So, morning, Danielle. It's really, really key that we have to wake up and understand the person that cares most about your body and knows most about your body, regardless of degrees and postcodes and whatever other way you've been judging it, is you. You live in there, you think in there, you feel in there. You pick things up and pour these things deliberately into your body consciously. I put some linseed in here because especially as you get older, you know, you can see the more fat you have in the diet, more and more people turn into the carnivore diet, which is a little bit opposite of this, because it seems to me now that we have got such damaged ecosystems that there's a lot of us simply not able to manage any carbohydrate, even healthy carbohydrates. So juicing was always my go-to, and I could turn in a week. I would just juice fast for a week. I feel amazing, be like, woo, back on it. Then after the menopause, everything went pear-shaped in terms of the juice wasn't cutting the mustard because I needed the fat to get the hormone balance. I was also living in the sunshine, so I got a lot from that. So we had keeping it very, very, very simple. If you have health issues, you can go super extreme, take all the carbs out, or you can take all the fats and the proteins out and go this way, which is what Gerson does. Both of these ways work, but they only work if you do it and if you follow it. So you then, and I'm going to go on and talk about this more, not in this video, but in another video, about the carnivore diet and why it helps balance the hormones. And then when our hormones and our insulin, particularly if your blood sugar is going like this all over the shop, you're going to be erratic. And that is, according to my friend who's made 4 documentaries on this now, he said that it would appear that the simplest indicator that you're heading towards disease is unstable blood sugar. And you can buy a thing off Amazon for 10 quid and you can check how your blood sugar, I mean, it goes up and down, obviously, as you eat, fast, digest. So if anybody's got any questions, please ping it in right now. This is your juice. And there's a way to drink juice, okay? When I just feel this, and I think, oh my God, the power, if you look at the carrots and the broccoli and all of that, it would have taken me ages to eat all that, to get these live enzymes. So I can now pour this through my body and just feel the body getting cleaner and cleaner, and feel the good army that does the restoration, repair and restore and regeneration. I know that they're getting fed. They're getting Mother Nature's foods to help with the repair. Now, should I choose to put, look what's here, not mine obviously, but there is a thing that's lying in the counter. If I put that in, that's got sugar and white flour in it, obviously. And guess what army that'll feed? This is the kind of choice you can make. And I can feel my body totally responding to this, because watch this. So I say body, and my body's up going, yes, drink it up. Watch this. Now, I do a lot of kinesiology, so I instantly know them. It's so funny to have them both up, and the body's like going, what the hell? Because you can say there's a lot of sugars in this, but there's a big difference. The flour in this will almost certainly be genetically modified. It'll be full of pesticides. All the good stuff is taken out. And then you've got the white sugar in there as well. It is just what we call completely empty calories. Now, I put that into my body and it feeds the army for dis-ease. So if you look to what Peter Didamo and Eat Right for Your Type, I'm not saying that's the only way to do it, because I do know I try everything in my own body before I talk about it. So I've tried absolutely everything. I've not tried the carnivore yet, but I'm going to, just out of curiosity. So when you're going, is the food acting as medicine? This is medicine. You can feel my body going, yes, Lilia, shut up and drink it. Is it medicine? Is it neutral? Or is it poison? And if your gut is in complete dysbiosis with parasites, worms, fungus, heavy metals, even the healthiest of foods, for example, the nightshade family tomatoes, which I love, can end up causing a reaction. Peanuts, obviously, that's the big massive thing right now. Anaphylactic shock can come because your gut is in a state. That's what it's telling you. If you're having a lot of allergies, you need to heal your gut. And that goes all the way down to what you call it, celiacs. You can heal that too. That might be news. You need to do your research, find somebody online or in person that can help you. And this is what we want to do with Heal Scotland, is bring all this information out. Stuff that you've been told So you rock up at the doctor, oh, your blood sugar's high, medication. Now, instead of being told, do you understand why that's happening? Because when you eat certain food groups, that will happen. If you're eating too much of one, if you're out of balance, if you've got the rancid combination of the rancid fats, sugars, and oils. Salt, sugar, and rancid fats. You get that combination, which people love, that really processed taste. So if you're eating a lot of that, of course the body's going to break down. That was never designed. That's greedy corporations, mainly who have come from the tobacco companies. So know that it is your responsibility, and educating yourself. It's quite simple. How many processes? Where did all that come from? Who knows? How many processes did it get through to get like this? And then this. Well, that's just straightforward, bang, carrots, broccoli, orange, lemon. I'm not sure where the oranges and the lemons came from, but let's not go into too much detail. You can bog yourself down if you go down this rabbit hole. I have that and slippery elm and turmeric. Fantastic, Danielle. Well done, you. Yeah, I mean, what you need to remember is all the medicines, they come from the plants, the spices, and the fungus, and the trees. They all come from there. But then they have to patent it, you see, so that they can make a lot of money out of it. They've poisoned everything. We're all sick, and now they're selling us back the solutions. Like, no. Do you think we're stupid? Maybe we were, because we trusted you. Now we're realising Mother Nature, God, divine, whatever you want to call the intelligence around and about us, everything is there for us for free. And that's the great news. So, right, I'm off because I just go off on a tangent and start going on. So anyway, let me just talk briefly before we finish about my fasting retreat in the end of September. There's only a few places left. I need to count, actually. I think there's 3 or 4 places left. So we're taking food out the equation for 3 days. We'll have our last meal together on the Sunday evening, and then we'll have 3 days fasting, and then we'll eat again before we leave on the Thursday. So it's the Sunday to the Thursday. And we're going to have family constellations with Vida B. She's going to be there, so we'll be unraveling the ancestral stuff. And then we're going to be, obviously, breath work. We'll be doing a lot of different kinds of breath works. We'll be doing a lot of letting go, because we're going to have all that time, because we're not going to be eating. We'll be doing a lot of resting. We'll be in the river. We'll be with the trees. We'll be with the plants. We'll be really tuning in. And when we did the last day fast, we were all doing the breath work. We were high. And I was like, oh my God, I need to do a retreat like this where we can all get together and support each other through. We'll be doing a lot of EFT around the emotional addictions to sugar, to simple carbohydrate, the stories that we've created. Oh, I need this, I need that, I need wine, I need bread, do you? Do you need any of that? What are you holding on to? So if you really want to kickstart your health and your energy, there'll be a wee bit of a run-in as well, because a 3-day water fast will bring up a lot of stuff. So you want to be prepared and you want to get the best out of it. So anyway, it's Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. Sadly, I'm off to yet another funeral for one of my lovely friends. But hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you all next week. Ciao.